G'day, g'day. Welcome back to TF Custom Shaving Brushes Workshop. My name's Tony. How are we all? I see Amber's in there and Brett's in there as usual. Good on you guys. I decided this little handle here I wasn't going to let it beat me, so I've done a little bit of CA work on it since the last stream, and I've put a few more coats on it and really built up a thickness around the top. So we're going to give this one another burl tonight and see how we go. So that's the plan for tonight, and if we get time, we get this one finished, we might do a little bit of casting, but we'll see how we go time wise. Okay, so how are we all right? It's been a bit stinking hot up here today, and I've been working it in the yard all day, and even although I had my hat on, I've still got burnt. So that's why I'm looking a bit red. It's not because I've drunk too much red wine, it's just that I've been in the sun. Anyway, let me get the YouTube chat up and let me see what's going on in there. Okay, we might as well get started then, eh? Now I have been working in the workshop since the last stream too. I've been doing a fair bit of cleaning up and tidying up and throwing old stuff out, and I've done a bit of milling the other day, so I've done a lot of some nice timbers, resawed them and run them through the thicknesser and through the planer and through the thicknesser, and I'm going to be doing some wooden boxes sometime soon. Let me turn that music down just a touch. So who knows, we might even do a wooden box on the stream, eh? How interesting would that be for you? A nice mix of timbers with dovetails in it. Some really nice timbers, ornate timbers, really exotic timbers, or Aussie timbers, nice timbers. So yeah, so I've done a pile. I might even show you it in the stream in a little while. I'll show you the ones that I've done. But I'm going to pick up some more on Friday morning. In fact, I managed to find a fella over the other side of Brisbane who actually does resaw and thickness and plying up some lovely timbers for making wooden boxes. So I'm going over to see him on Friday. So I dare say I'll have to take my wallet over me for that one and buy a few boards, and we'll see what we can pick up. So yeah, so it should be nice. So yeah, just something different, I thought. We might do a wooden box. It might be over a few streams to do the wooden box, but I thought that'd be quite nice. I've got a lot of dovetail jigging stuff here and router bits and stuff, so I should be able to set the router table up here in front of me so we can still use this shot. I can move that part of the lathe out the way, move the cameras over a little bit, and we should be able to do that. So yeah, something interesting, something different. I'm looking forward to it because it's been a long time since I've done anything like that. So I'm looking forward to giving it a try again. I dare say there'll be some errors made, but it's all part of the fun, isn't it? Anyway. What's going on? Is Amber having some windy weather, are you? No, they'll just be nice ornate square boxes. I haven't decided yet, but we'll sort something out on that one, and I'll let you know anyway. But yeah, we've got some nice timber, and I'm going to pick up some really nice stuff on Friday. The guy sent me some pictures over, so should be really nice. And you need that for wooden boxes too, because you need to dress them up, and you know, you need to have really nice timbers to get interest in the box. And the boxes can be used for various things, you know, document boxes, you can have keepsake boxes, you can have jewellery boxes, you can have all sorts of stuff. So that's what we're going to do anyway. And like I said, it might be over a few streams, so I might have to slip it in as part 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, until we get the box complete, and then maybe in between, you know, we might do some brushes if we've got some brushes to do. But anyway, we'll get cracking with this one now. So it's back in the chuck. It's had heaps of CA put in the inside, which is good anyway, because I wanted to, even though it's blank stabilised, but I still like to seal inside where the knot's going, so there's absolutely no chance of any water getting into the timber. The fact that it's stabilised does the job anyway, but CAing up inside here completely just puts another layer of seal in there as well, and there's no way any water can get through and into there, so so that's good. Okay, T-Man, how are you, buddy? Hope you're well. Hope you're well. Welcome back to TF Custom Shaving Brushes Workshop, mate. Where the door's always open. How's that? All right, I'm going to get some sandpaper. I'll move this out the way. Move that out the way. I had a little issue with the sound before. I was playing around with it because I was watching the videos back and it sounds like the sound's hunting all the time. Like if I go quiet, it's like there's a camera or a microphone trying to get some gain on the sound, and it pulls the machine noises up. The minute you talk, or the minute I make some turning noises or whatever, then it dies down again. So I'm trying to find out what it was, and I adjusted a few settings on one of the cameras, and also adjusted some in the Surface Pro, which does the sound back through into YouTube with the music and that. And I changed some settings, but when I went to go live, I had no sound, so I had to quickly go back and change some of the settings again. So I'm going to have a better look at that. I did have a look at it some time ago, and I thought I had it, which was a gain thing. So the cameras, they go into a gain, so they try and pull the sound in when they've got little sound. So I'm not sure on that one, but anyway, we'll see how we go. I might be lucky. I might have fixed it with some of the settings that I was changing, but like I said, I had no sound when I went to go live, so I had to quickly go back and, you know, change a few settings again to try and get it to come through the audio mixer. But anyway, we've got the music there now. We'll just see how it pans out, and we'll get started. Okay. No heart-shaped boxes. Too hard. Too hard. Okay, so Amber's getting some bad weather, windstorms all day, still going on now. Ah well, we could do with it here, I'll tell you. It's been stinking hot, and Sydney's had a heat wave as well, so they've been stinking hot. Right, what have you been up to, T-Man? Yeah, well, I need to try and, Brett, you seem to know about that, the sound. I need to try and work out why it's doing it and how I stop it, because I don't want it doing that. If I'm talking, I want it to be, I want to be hearing me, and if I stop talking, I don't want it pulling in sound. I just want the sound to be background noise, because it's reasonably quiet in here. The only thing I've really got running is the fan. And sometimes I have the lathe running, but I don't want it pulling the sound in. You can hear it getting louder and louder and louder in the video, and I don't want that. I want it just to be at the level that it should be, so that it's not pulling that sound in. And I thought it was an audio gain thing, where the microphones are trying to pull the sound in, but I don't know where it is that's doing it. Like, I use a lapel mic, I've got a wireless thing that goes back to another one that I've got set up, which plugs directly into the camera, so that I don't get any delay in sound. The sound goes through with the video back through to the audio video mixer thing. So yeah, I just need to try and find out what it is, and try and see if I can, you know, change the settings on it or whatever to get it to go away. But anyway, that's for another day. Oh, you got rain now, mate. Oh, jeez. One extreme to the other, eh? Right. Let me get started on this, eh? So nice and lightly, that's maybe too fast. Now I know I have got some rough bits on this. There was a little bit of build up of CA around the top leg, the top thighs. So I just need to spend a little bit of time on that, getting that sorted. Back to where we need it. So don't want any right, that'll do that for the rough stuff. And we'll just focus on around here now. So this has got a lot of CA around it now, which just makes it stronger. So now I'm just going to try and sand out all the low and high spots again, so we get a nice flat, even, shiny finish throughout the whole handle. And you can see we're getting there now. I'll put these onto camera 3, and you'll see that how I work this so that it goes dull and matted. And then we'll just go through the grits and bring the shine back. So when we get it all even colour, we know we've gotten all the hollows out. And that's pretty good there. So we'll put that one there, and we'll go to the next grit. It's a Black Magic design. It's what they call an ATEM Mini Pro. But I'm not sure if it's that or if it's coming through the camera, like I said, because I've got the Rode, what do they call this? The Rode Link for my lapel mic, and then the receiver one. This is the transmitter. The receiver one's plugged directly into my main camera. So that's what I'm using, and the camera's a Sony cam. That's my more expensive one, that one. That's the good one that I use for the main camera. I know there's a lot of settings on the little audio mixer, but I don't know enough about it to go in and start changing them to make the sound better. So, I mean, it's capable, I suppose, but they're a great little unit for the streaming side of things. Not big professional type stuff, but it's Black Magic design, which have got a fairly good reputation out there for the gear. Yeah, so this little handle's been getting the better of me because of the issues we've had with it, so I thought, nah, gonna finish it, gonna get it done. So I'm just going to sand until we get it good, and then we'll take it over to the buffer and we'll buff it up with the cutting compound, and then we can give it a bit of a buff with the Fabulister, and she should be right to go. The bottom of the handle's nice, it's no problems there at all. So it's just getting this this top section finished again. Hopefully it won't split in the chuck, and I might sharpen up the parting tool as well, just so that we're cutting more than trying to push the tool through for parting, which will put pressure on it as well, unnecessary pressure. So all those little things to play around with tonight to hopefully get an end result on this. Right, that's 3. Okay, let's see how that's looking. Just use a bit of the pad again. Should do that. Right, let's give this a little bit of a tickle up. Right, let's see how we go with that. We'll take that out of there now, we'll put it in the buffer. And we'll see how it cleans up. So we'll put these over to camera 4 over the back corner there. And we'll switch the buffer on, we'll give it a bit of compound. Yeah, that's lovely. Another bit. Yeah, that's coming up nice. Let's hope the chuck doesn't split it again when we put it back in. Right, a little bit of Fabulister. Absolutely beautiful. Now, the moment we're waiting for is change the chuck. And hopefully we don't expand and split it again. We're hoping that the CA is giving it enough strength to sort of lock it in and get a little bit of pressure on it without getting too carried away. So what I need to do is I need to put the other chuck in. That music's maybe a little bit loud again, but should do it about there, I think. Yeah, it's an ideal little mixer for this, for what I'm doing here, and it gives me the opportunity to run the different cameras and everything. I'm probably not using the audio side as much as what I probably could do to get a better quality sound, but I just want to stop that hunting, that sound hunting all the time. So when it's quiet like this, if I stop talking and don't make any noise, you'll hear the noise lifting. Right, that's good so far. I need to get rid of these bits of sandpaper over here. Right, we'll bring up the tailstock just to give us a little bit of additional support till we part it off. And I will sharpen my tool so that it cuts a bit easier. Because I don't want to put too much pressure. You can put a lot of pressure on there, and it's just hard to judge it sometimes. Because this is stabilised, it is pretty hard. So I'm just going to nibble away at it. There we go. So far, so good. Now, I need my so that's the 6, the 10, the 12, the 16, the 20. Is that the 25? Just need to check that for size. That's the too big one. Must be this one. Yep, 25. So we'll get that one out. Put this one in. And we'll bring that in. Get that out. So, very gently and carefully, slow it down. Bit more. So that's timber we're going into, but you can see it's coming out like acrylic because it's been stabilised. So there's the shavings we're getting off that. Yeah, that should do it, I think. So, we'll put this one away. Sit that there. And I was using these my other Fosnabit set the other day, and I had to drill a longer hole, so I had to use the extensions. So this is a big set, Fosnabits. So you can see it goes up to really big size. These ones are huge. Look at the size of them. Don't ever really use them, but it's a whole set, so comes in handy. Okay, now, so what I'm going to do now, turn the tool rest round. We'll bring it in a bit closer, and we'll just shape that bottom a little bit. Now, see if this is still set up for my, no it's not. So we'll have to set this up for the sharpen the skew. Just a little bit. That's good enough. Not quite the right angle, but it'll getting out of trouble just for this. So speed it up a little bit. Don't want it coming out the track. I just want to put a little undercut in that vise. We'll have a look at that. Yeah, that feels all right in the hand. We'll just get a little bit slight. So I want to take that sharp edge off and just get a little bit of an undercut. That's better. Okay. By geez, I think we're nearly there. Now we just got to CA finish the bottom. Give it a bit of a sand up. So we'll give it a good sand, then we'll give it a buff. I'm not going to use the wets on it. We'll need to put a fair bit of CA on it. Yeah, that feels okay. So I'm just going to give it a sand up, go through the grits, and then we'll use the, we'll put the CA on it, then we'll have to sand it again. That's looking all right. That's the rough stuff. Okay, mixed grit. It's probably a bit too fast. Geez, there's some time went into this little handle, isn't there? By the time you look at the amount of stabilising time and then casting time and then fixing up cracks and splits and re-going again. But I'm determined to beat it. It's not going to be another one to bin like I done with that New Guinea rosewood one the other night. That just pushed me over the top, that one did. So that was a bin job. Right, so we're back to CA. We'll give that a clean up. And a blowout. And I'll change this to camera 2 so you can actually see what we're doing in the bottom there. I'll just go and grab the CA and the activator. Out the fridge. There we go. Paper towel. So we'll go to here and we'll put that one in there. Now when I do the CA, I don't want to focus on doing inside where the coin's going because the epoxy is going to seal that up. I just want to get that outer lip done and blend it back into the handle again. So I'm going to put a little bit of CA on the end of the towel. And I'm just going to wipe that in. Give that a little bit of activator. And there you can see it's already sealed that off and put a finish in it, but we need a few more coats on it so it's nice and strong on the bottom. That's dry. We'll slow it down a bit. And I'm just going to do that again. So CA on the towel as opposed to trying to get it on that vertical face. Because I don't want to make it too tight for the coin either. That's nice, that's getting there. Yep, and we're blending it into the handle there as well, which will come up even better once we get another bit of a buff on that. Let's get us back to... Now, let me see. Okay. It's been a while since I thanked these guys. Since Christmas and New Year, so much appreciated guys for your continued support. Although Sam hasn't been around and Razor hasn't been around, so I hope those guys are okay. I'm sure they will be. There you go, we're starting to get it nice now. So thanks guys, thanks for your support, continued support, much appreciated. Every little bit helps. Right, let's see what we can do here, another little bit. That's coming up nice. Okay, a little bit more. I don't think we'll be doing casting tonight, ladies and gents. I think by the time we get this done, so we'll save the casting for Saturday morning. All right, we'll try that, and we'll give that a little bit of a light sand now. Doesn't need much. So we'll use the finest grit. We'll put a little bit more activator on it now that it's, just make sure that it is well sealed, well cured, I mean. Yep, that's going to go in okay, so we'll leave that there. We're just going to give this a little bit of a sand up now. Just with some fine paper, just to take any ridges. And then I'm just going to give it a little bit of a hand sand. I don't think that CA's quite gone fully hard yet. Just want to make sure we've got no sort of hollows or it's not a bad finish you get with the CA. It takes a bit of time and a bit of work and a bit of effort, but you get a nice finish with it, because it doesn't matter. I mean, if you were to brush a finish on or spray a finish on, you're always going to have blemishes in it. Whereas doing this, it's still not a 100% flat finish, but you get it pretty close, and it's nice, and it protects. That's the thing that I like about it. It's the protection that the CA gives. It's a really hard wearing finish. Turn that sandpaper around. Still seeing a couple of little line marks there, but they're nearly there. That's just where we blended the CA back into the main part of the handle. I think we can take that off. And we'll give that a hit on the buffer now. Just to shine it up. Let's get it in the light. Yep. That's fine and dandy. Yep. All right, we'll put a little bit of Fabulister on it now, so we'll put yours over to there. Okay, let's bring you back to there, and we'll put camera 3 in there. How are we travelling? Razor, how are you, buddy? Welcome back. No, it ain't working. Grey Dog's not playing. He's not playing tonight. Anyway, let me go and grab my my epoxy. I'll polish this one by hand later. But it doesn't need much, as you'll see shortly anyway. Let me go to camera 3. So it doesn't need much polish, as you can see there. She's pretty shiny with the CI after it's buffed. Anyway, let's get cracking. So. I've got a knot here for it. So I'll roughen that up a little bit on the bottom. Put the picture back to there. Okay. We're going to mix up. Now I need a little mixing stick. I put them away the other day. So bring that board in a little bit more and we'll swing the camera back a little bit if we can, there, so you can see what's going on. Part A. B. We'll get a little bit of a mix happening. And I'll back to there. Okay, we'll set the coin first. So try and get that over there for you. Right, coin. There's the coin. Suits it well, doesn't it? The antique brass in that one really suits it. Right, now we'll do the knot before the epoxy starts going off on me. Maybe a little bit too much in there. And there she be. Nice. Well, at long last, we got it done. Done, finished, kaput. Now we can move on. So this was the, actually I might see if I can find a little bit of that so I can show you how bad the wood was. I might not have any of that exact same stuff, but it'll be in the box with the same gear, so just bear with me for a second. I'll see if I can find the wood that I used, or a piece of the wood that I used. And I'll show you how badly rotten it was. Just give me 2 seconds, I'll see if I can find it. Because I did have some other stuff in the bag with the same, well, same timber and some different bits. Might not be any as bad as that though. And I don't think I have. Nah. Although that bit, this bit would probably be the closest to it. But even this is still in better condition than what those were. Actually, it might not have even been crow's ash, it might have been black bean, because it looked similar to that. Anyway, let me go to camera 3. Sorry. Camera 3, which is that one. So see, that's a piece there. Now that looks the same as those blanks, so it might not, I was calling it crow's ash, because there is timber in there that's crow's ash, and I thought it was crow's ash, but it might be black bean, because that looks very, very similar to how those blanks looked before we started stabilising them. The only thing is this is in better condition than what that was, because, well, I mean, I can still feel that powdery under my fingers, but it's more solid than what that stuff was that we stabilised. I mean, if I was to pick away at that, you know, you can see it's just powdery, flaky. You can see there it's starting to go to powder. But this is in better condition than what the stuff was that we started with. So, because you can see there, it's got those holes all through it as well, those sort of like old worm holes and stuff through it. And that's exactly what those blocks looked like when we started. So, you know, if we look at that, you can see those holes of these darkened colours. So it's actually black bean, not crow's ash. And black bean's very toxic too. I'm pretty sure black bean's toxic, so you've got to be careful when you're working with that, with machinery and sanding and stuff like that. Anyway, that just lets you see the wood, kinda, before we started working with it. Now, very quickly, I'll show you some of the timber that I milled. Now I can't show you the individual boards because they're all taped together to try and keep them flat and straight. But you'll see from the machined edges, some of them have got a lot of figure in them. Now if I put that there and I zoom out, you'll see more of the board. So this one here is Tasmanian myrtle with bird's eye burl in it. So that should be really nice. There's a lot of nice figure in it and you can see all the bird's eye in it. But if I turn this over, probably that way or that way? Yeah, probably that way. You'll see the timbers. So I'm pretty sure this is myrtle. These two boards here are myrtle. I think this is highly figured blackwood. So there's about 4 or 5 boards there in blackwood. Actually, there might be even more. They might be blackwood too. Then there's western red cedar. And then we've got that 3 pieces of myrtle burl up there. So this will be cut up into smaller pieces for wooden boxes that we're going to be doing. You can see the figure and the grain in there. Absolutely beautiful. Look at the figure. That's not machine marks or burn marks, that's actual figure in the timber. And it goes up through the face of the timber as well. You can see I've got them stickered with paddle pop sticks, just a little bit of air get through them. And they're taped together to keep them nice and flat and straight. And there you go. So hopefully they'll make some really nice boxes. And then I do have some other ones here, which are the longer ones that are cut up. And there's some, well, I think it's silky oak. It could be a couple of other timbers as well. So you can see these ones, if you look at the little picture-in-picture, you can see these ones are quite long. So again, they've been machined into boards, which I've done over the last few days, run them through all the different machines and planed them and thicknessed them and got them ready. But I'm going to sit that there. Actually, if I turn that board over, you'll see this bottom one. This was an old piece that I got off an old guy that had it in his workshop for years, and he was a furniture maker. So it's probably many years old. You don't see timber with a grain in it like you do in this now. And if you do, you'll pay an absolute fortune for it. Look at that grain. Now, I'm not sure if it's silky oak. There's a few other timbers that are very similar. In actual fact, I don't think it's silky oak. I think it might be one of the others, but I'll have to do a little bit of homework on it and find out. So there's 2 pieces of that in there. Actually 3 pieces, I think. And then these ones, these shorter boards here, there's another piece there, a couple of pieces there of that's very similar. We've got the lighter coloured stuff here is black sassafras. The best parts are inside it, but you'll see some of the black coming through there. There's a knot missing there, but that'll get cut out. So that's the black sassafras. There's a couple of pieces of that there. And it's got some nice dark, you can see in the edge there, on that second board in from the left, or the second and third board in. You can see the black figuring going through the side there. So you get light and dark. And then this stuff here is absolutely beautiful too. Look at that. Look at the grain and the colour in that. Now that's called Rengas. It's a timber I had never come across before, and I went to buy some for a special box that I was going to make some months ago now, and he only had sort of rough sawn boards, so I dressed them all up, and that's what it looks like. And then there's some red cedar and whatever else in there. So that was some of my timber stock that I've machined up and cut up into smaller, thinner slices. So what I'm doing now is I'm just letting it sit for a few weeks on a flat surface, because the boards have different tensions in them when you cut them from rough sawn boards. So when you cut them, they want to change shape, and that's why I've got them taped up to hold them together, and little stickers between them just to space them out and let the air get through so they dry more evenly. I will be getting more timber on Friday. I'm going up to buy some from a guy that does milling and sells and, you know, stocks and sells a lot of different types of timbers, some really nice stuff. So I'll be going up to see him Friday morning, so I'll be able to let you see some of those as well. I'm expecting to get some really nice boards from this guy. So yeah, so we'll get a heap of box making boards in, and like I said, we might do a stream, but it'll have to be done over several parts because there's quite a bit involved in it, as far as, you know, doing all the dovetails, and a lot of it will be done on the table router, you know, cutting bottoms in them and tops and lids and hinges and all that sort of stuff. So it'll make for something a little bit different to just doing the shaving brushes, and we'll throw the odd shaving brushes in here and there, and we'll do a bit of casting as well. I still haven't got all my glass brushes all put up on the website yet, but that's for another day. I'll have to sit, and it'll probably take me a day to do it because it's quite time consuming. But I'll need to get all them up so I can start selling a few of those off. And then, yeah, we'll get some casting videos in. So anyway, I think that's it for tonight. I don't think, I mean, we're an hour and 20, an hour and 17 into the video. Let me have a look. Yeah, Grey Dog's missing out on the lovely timbers, all right. There's a lot more where they come from too, but they were sort of some of the nicer boards that I wanted to chop up. And some of the stuff I'm picking up on Friday should be really nice stuff. Yeah, he'll probably watch the video back when he's got some time. Grey Dog. Now let me see if this piece here has got the name written on it. There you go. There you go. Let me go to camera 3 again for you. So that nice grained and coloured, rich coloured stuff is figured Rengas. So if you do a Google on figured Rengas, that's what that is. And this is another big piece, as you can see. And look at the colour and the grain. It needs to be tidied up yet. This will be split down, milled into smaller boards as well, thinner boards. But just look at the colour and the grain in that, isn't it fantastic? And that's one big long piece. It's really heavy too, but it's a hard timber to work with. It's very brittle, very hard. It's like steel. Like the weight in that, you'd think you were picking up a solid big piece of steel. It's that heavy. I've got another lovely piece here as well, which I can't remember what this was, or whether this is Rengas as well. but it's a big natural piece. Now look at that. Look at the grain in that. And this is perfectly dry, it's ready to be used, but look at the grain. Isn't that spectacular? And it's all the way through, you know, like you look at the other side, it's all the way through. This is a big natural edge piece, so you can see it's all rough and, you know. But it's perfectly dry, so it just needs machining and turned into something. But isn't that lovely, isn't it? Look at that figure up through here. The colour. Anyway, I think that'll do us tonight, guys. I think we've done enough. I think we've done enough for tonight. So we'll call it quits at that. We'll have an early night. I didn't have any dinner before I started the stream tonight, so I'm going to go in and have a late, well, a supper. We'll call it supper. We'll go in and have a bite to eat and a nice cup of coffee and let you guys get back on with the rest of your night. And I'll just give you another look at this little brush from the different camera views again. And then we'll call it a night and we'll see you all on Saturday morning. Now, Saturday morning will probably be, I might do a little bit of casting Saturday morning because I've got to do a top for that piece of Mali Bowl that we turned the other day. This piece, which is another nice piece that should turn up really nice and have some nice gnarly grain and figure in it and colour once we get a finish on it. But we've got to attach a resin piece to the top which will be yellow. I think it's yellow gold with a little bit of black through it. So we'll have to cast up one for that on Saturday morning. So while we're doing that, we might do one or two others as well. So that'll be our Saturday morning one, and then we'll see how I go with getting some timbers done for streams next week. And I'll try and get back into the habit of scheduling them up a little bit earlier so that you've got plenty of notice on what we're doing. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so let me do you the little camera reveals on this again. So we've got a camera 2, we'll go cut to there. I'm just going to hold that in my hand and just spin it around a few times. You can see that gold in there that we filled the holes up in different spots. There's some down the bottom there, some up here. You see little splashes of it around the place. So there you go. We'll get the coin in the bottom there, which suits it really nicely actually. And then we'll go to camera 3. We'll do the little reveal in that one for you. Nice little 28mm fan. Should be a nice little brush. And there's the coin in the bottom. So there you go, ladies and gents, that's us. TF Custom Shaving Brushes signing out. Done and dusted. Glad I got that one finished now. And let me just have a quick look in the chat. So you're all good, guys? You're all saying your goodbyes, good nights? Thanks for dropping in, guys, again. Let's get the streams back to normal. Oh, that's one thing I did forget. I may have to change the Thursday night because it looks like I'm going to be doing flood boat training for the SES, and the potential is that it's going to be Thursday nights. So I may have to change my Thursday night. So what we'll probably do is we might have, say, the Saturday morning one, and I might have to change the Thursday one to, say, maybe Monday night or Tuesday night or something like that. We'll work it out. But yeah, it looks like Thursday's going to be my floodboat training with the SES for several weeks. So I will have to change the Thursday night, but I think we're okay for next week. It might be the week after, but I'll keep you posted anyway. And just have a think about that, whether a Monday night or a Tuesday night suits better. And we'll possibly have to change that, but we'll sort that one out in the next couple of weeks anyway. Okay, so that's it from me, guys. Thanks very much, and we'll catch you all on Saturday morning. So until then, take care, be safe, don't do nothing I wouldn't do, and we'll see you on Saturday morning. Cheers, see ya.